civil society organizations are taking a model stand against COVID-19 corruption. The Ahmed Kathrada Foundation, KSAC, and the Foundation for Human Rights have taken their concerns to President Cyril Ramaphosa. They want transparency, accountability, and good governance. Joining me now via Skype is the Foundation for Human Rights Hanif Vally. Thank you so much for your time, Hanif. Good afternoon to you. What did you say to the President as the Foundation for Human Rights? What issues did you raise?
Hi, good afternoon. We broadly spoke about 3 issues, but we were much more specific in terms of what we wanted done. So the 3 issues we were talking about was transparency, that we need to know who is getting these contracts, not just the names of the companies, but the names of the directors, the names of the shareholders, how the process unfolded, where people got these contracts. We also wanted accountability. We wanted people who had been accused with looting or getting contracts improperly, or who were overcharged, to in fact be charged, prosecuted, and hopefully to be convicted and sent to prison. We needed accountability in our society, because one of the biggest causes of violations of human rights is impunity. And then we talked about repairing the social contract. We talked about the social contract between government and the people having been destroyed, and people are extremely angry with the looting that is taking place under COVID-19 lockdown.
The problem of corruption and unethical leadership is deeply rooted, and it will take, I suppose, more than a moral call you make. I mean, you're dealing here with a government whose officials, some of its officials, have made unethical leadership and corruption the culture of governance, so to speak. What can be done? What proposals have you made to the President?
Well, we made some very specific proposals, and if you see the proposals we've publicized, is from setting up of an independent anti-corruption body to issue of lifestyle audits of senior politicians, to an issue of avoidance of conflict of interest, in that state officials as well as senior politicians should not be allowed to apply for the state tenders, tighter protection for whistleblowers. And so there's a whole series of very specific issues that we've put down, including the fact that there should be lustration. People who are accused of corruption maybe should not occupy public positions. Similarly, people who have been found to be corrupt, companies, corporate entities, etc., should be stopped from applying for future tenders.
And what can be done about consequence management? Because there needs to be accountability, and the sad thing is that's one thing that we haven't really seen a lot of.
Absolutely, and I think we stressed it, and we've stressed this from the very first outset. We stressed it in our meeting with the ANC top 6, and now we stressed it in the meeting with the President and some of his ministers. And the President assured us, and he confirmed that this was a historic meeting. He was very positive about the fact that civil society was proactive on this issue, and he had short-term, medium-term, and long-term plans. The short-term plans was watch the space, there's going to be arrests quite soon. We hope that this does in fact unfold, but at the same time, as civil society organizations, we're not holding back on our activities. So we will continue maintaining the pressure until there's accountability and transparency, and until this comes to an end.
So he's made a commitment that there will be arrests soon, but we've heard similar commitments before in the past. Any timelines that you have given the President? If this fails, what next for the Foundation for Human Rights?
His timelines were short, medium, and long term. Exactly what it means, we'll have to wait and see. But so the short was arrest, the medium was anti-corruption strategy, and the long term was an independent anti-corruption body. However, all the organizations are continuing with their independent activities. As you may be aware, some of the organizations have had the wear an orange mask in order to lock up people who are responsible and found guilty of improper dealings with tenders. The orange mask being an analogy to prison overalls. Similarly, we have been monitoring what the impact on the ground has been. We did a survey across the country, 124 different areas, to see what the impact on human rights was during COVID-19, and we continue with this monitoring of this, And from there, we're feeding into campaigns of how to address the impact that this corruption has had on our people.
All right. Look, thank you so much for your time. That is Hanif Vally, who speaks on the behalf of the Foundation for Human Rights.